All the teams are at training camp, including this guy who walked into flip-flops, the Office t-shirt, the sunglasses, the two-strap backpack, and then there's this guy as well. Football is back. It is time to celebrate. Stafford in the building. LA looks good on him. 32 teams taking the field for the first ever training camp back together Saturday. It is fueled by Gatorade. It is a big holiday. We're going all out. Full day of practices, fan fest across the league. It is a can't-miss NFL reunion training camp back together Saturday, July 31st. On NFL Network, just a couple days away. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Good Morning Football, presented by Rocket Mortgage here in New York. My name is Kay Adams. Hello, Nate Burleson here. Sean O'Hara changing seats in Peter Schrager.
I'm over here.
Good to see. I just like this. This is the best. This is the best one right here.
Yeah.
It's your favorite seat, I know. And we have Kyle Brandt back.
What's up, Adam?
Not kind of you to show up midweek, buddy.
It was really great to be here. I'm showing up like one of those player arrivals. Derrick Henry is so big. When he just got out of that car, I thought it was Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney. That's a running back. This is such a fun time of year. So good to be here.
I'm glad you lent him the shirt. It says heavyweights. Like
yes,
you guys
that's right.
Thank
Thank
you. Working out
very much.
Using
Yes,
the chains. I can see.
Yes, the chains. Exactly right, Sean.
We
like
will
to move
talk Deshaun Watson. We will
Yeah.
talk Aaron Rodgers. But because there's so much good stuff happening for Green Bay right now,
Yeah.
let's start with the Bears.
Sure.
Let's give good
Go
juju
Bears,
to
go
Chicago
Bears,
in the
go
NFC
Bears.
North. It's time for the lead block.
Lead block.
Here are your headlines. This training camp is in full swing. The Bears, one of 29 teams that reported to training camp yesterday in full, and our very own Stacey Dale's on the ground there with all the very latest.
With training camp officially underway here at Hallis Hall, as expected, continued buzz around the quarterbacks, especially when it comes to the 11th overall pick, Justin Fields. And while Andy Dalton, the veteran, has already definitively been declared the starter by Matt Nagy, the head coach told me he loves the progress of Fields. Case in point, prior to training camp, the coaches actually sent Fields away with homework assignments, one of which included him reading the play calls into his phone, sending them back to the coaches for review and to really gauge his knowledge of the offense. Well, Nagy told me today, you can see that he's done his homework. Things are coming to him much quicker now. Good news there. As for Andy Dalton, the veteran, Nagy told me the biggest thing that stands out with him, his anticipatory throws. And guess what? Wide receiver number 1, Allen Robinson, he agrees. He told me dating back to mini camps, once he's out of his breaks as a receiver, that football has been in his hands from Andy Dalton. Lots of excitement around the QBs and an improved offense in Chicago.
You know I'm excited, Stacey. Tweet us at GMFB. You're part of the program. Stacey, by the way, does have a huge interview with the QB1, Andy Dalton, for Inside Training Camp Live. That kicks off today at 1 p.m. All the best reporters all across the league visiting with your favorite teams. Like she said, all about the quarterbacks. Nagy spoke to the media yesterday, and he addressed what he's looking to see from his rookie QB.
What if he goes out and just crushes it? Is there anything he...
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Trust me, just like everybody in here in our city, I want Justin Fields to be electric. That's what we all want. But, you know, for us, we're worried about today.
That would be awesome, Nagy. Of course, he's worried about today. Reiterated Andy Dalton is the starter. You hear the head coach speak like that about the rookie. I don't know. Could Justin Fields, guys, actually somehow win the starting quarterback job in training camp, making him the week 1 guy?
I want to say yes so badly. What do I want to start the day saying no to that? Of course I want to say yes. Probably not.
Yeah.
Matt Nagy is very principled and, dare I say, very stubborn about how he sees his quarterbacks. I don't think it's going to happen. And it's so tantalizing because I've said this. Justin Fields is that, like, piping hot slice of pizza that you're so hungry and you've waited for your whole life. But you know there's a really good chance if you bite into it, you're going to burn the hell out of your mouth. You know it. It's sitting there and you've burned yourself before. You can't help it. You want to bite that thing. It's an amazing slice. The more practical, smart, long-term plan, let's go with that little Caesar salad that you ordered. It's not going to have the roof. It's not going to have the Caesar. It's not going to be as delicious. But while you eat the Caesar, the pizza cools off a little bit and you can get to it. And let me just say one thing about Andy Dalton. The Dalton and Garoppolo types, I think, are in their own way hard to beat out in training camp because they're not outlandishly talented. So they've gotten where they are because they're crazy competitive, they're very hardworking, they're very professional. And just one little taste after I called them a Caesar salad. Sometimes the Caesar hits really good. Let me just, in all this, the offseason of Dalton's this and Dalton's that, Let me just show you a little taste of the Caesar from the end of last year. Dallas Cowboys, Dalton didn't have it right. He couldn't make any throws. Look at this throw that Andy Dalton, yes, Andy Dalton made at the end of last year in a game that nobody was watching. Just follow this week 15 at home. He's going to get flushed from the pocket and uncork a cannon to CD Lamb for a 10 out of 10 throw. Andy Dalton can play. Andy Dalton is going to work his butt off. I think the only way, that's why I like that reporter's question, that clip to Nagy. That's a hell of a throw from Dalton. The only way that Fields gets on the field week 1 is if he has a perfect preseason. He is the best player in the universe, and Matt Nagy cannot justify to the media or to the locker room, I can't keep this guy off the field. He's been too good, too sharp, too flashy. I have to go with him. But it has to be a perfect preseason, Nagy.
Yeah, Andy has had his moments. I mean, we're talking the crisp romaine lettuce with a little kale, some Parmesan, and if you want a little salt, you had a little anchovy on top.
About a seasoned crouton.
A little crouton, a little garlic crouton, if you will. Sometimes at Caesar, it hits.
It hits.
Like you talking about. But Justin Fields is that Chilean sea bass.
I know, man.
With the crab legs on the side. And the mashed potatoes. Woo, with the butter in it.
Yeah, hungry.
It's exotic, right? But I feel like because of Andy Dalton's resume, he has an opportunity to fend him off. But with the preseason being the open competition for Andy Dalton and Justin Fields, they both need it. This is Andy Dalton's first year, so he needs the preseason, right? You're going to throw him out there, see what he looks like with the ones. And, of course, Justin Fields needs the preseason because he's a rookie quarterback. And this is the opportunity. I'm hearing Matt Nagy, and I get it. He is one of the best that we have in the business, not just X's and O's, but when it comes to coach speak, he'll talk you to death with all of the cliches. We just want to focus on today. I get it. Examine today, make a decision tomorrow. Examine today, make a decision tomorrow.
But he made a decision already.
Continue to examine every single day. So by the time the season comes around, you make the best decision for your squad. Don't make the best decision for yourself because right now, call it what it is. People in Chicago and even fans across the country are saying, time is ticking, Nagy. You're the quarterback whisperer. What's going on? And this right here is everything that you need at the quarterback position. A true vet that is going to help the young fella and the young fella that's ready to take the reins.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were sitting at the table at Olive Garden right now.
Oh.
We got the never-ending bowl of salad and pasta.
Yeah.
You know what always happens when you go there? I know we are family. That's the whole slogan.
Talk about it.
Filling up on the breadsticks. So that's what's going on right now with the Bears and their quarterbacks. Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. We can't even talk. I mean, right now, Justin Fields is QB3. Forget about QB1. So to your point, Nate, you're talking about if I'm Matt Nagy right now, look, I'm worried about today. You know why? Because I'm worried about my key card working today. I can't throw. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. I can't say, all right, Justin Fields is going to be our guy and give him reps that he hasn't earned yet because I've got to win football games. And to your point, I need Andy Dalton to be red hot. And you know what? I've got a plan in case something happens to Andy Dalton, and it's Nick Foles. Justin Fields is absolutely the future, and I can't wait to see him. And with that number 1 jersey right now, watching him throw, he looks physically like Cam Newton. Like, this dude's a stud. So I wouldn't be shocked if they had a little package for him. Like, let him come in and run some read option because when you see him on that field, he is. I mean, the dude's got dragon blood in him. I mean, he's a special dude. You watch him run the 40. I mean, this dude's chiseled out of marble. It's going to be hard to not get one of your best athletes on the field somehow, some way. So I could see him having a couple of plays. Yeah. Maybe, a couple of those Philly specials that they ran back in the day. A couple of those little throw it to him.
So what determines when we see Justin Fields is him shining physically, which he will. He's more physically talented than Andy Dalton. Like, that's not, it's got to be up here, right? He's got a razzle-dazzle of the playbook. We're just hearing from Stacey Dales. And also it sort of depends on whether or not Andy Dalton